Yesterday was the end of the season. It was a rocky road of highs and lows. I think my highest was rank 3 that season, which I ultimately stuck on. Fell to rank 20 by non-playing, and then fell to rank 1000, and then climbed back up to rank 10, and then fell back down to rank 1000-ish. And that was Rip Trump. But I learned a lot, and I think I'm going to spend the first minutes revisiting what I played, just to refresh my own memory, I guess. And I played a lot of decks last month, and though I may not have won any points, I feel like I became a better player. This month we'll try to actually win. I probably should have kept playing at rank 3. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Last month I played a lot of games. I played 563 games. Let's see, it looks like my most played deck was Druid. Ramp Druid and Force Savage Druid. Let's see, second deck I played the most was actually Mech Mage. I think that one was entirely Mech, but I'm gonna take a quick look at that. And I played Hunter for quite a while. Midrange was one of my most successful journeys up. Face, not so much. I played a good amount of Warlock. Was that all Hinlock? Or did I have a moment of Zoo in there? Huh, I actually tried out a few versions apparently. Demon Control. This must have been like really early in the month. And then Zoo Demon. Oh, and then I actually tried out Murloc here too. Shaman. Did a good amount of Shaman. Mostly a mech, but I played 2 versions of it. Rogue, of course. Of which I only did the oil. Rogel. The capitalism decks for January. And there's one more class which I actually played. Oh, Paladin. Mostly mid-range. And then finally, a tiny amount of Priest. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So I ended up playing 14 decks. Through that, I learned the agony of 50-50. 50-50! 50-50! I couldn't escape the law of 50-50, winning roughly 50% of games. There are a few quote-unquote popular decks that I didn't give a try last month. Popular, as in like playable. I played most of the decks that were in the meta at one point or another. I guess the decks I didn't really try out enough were Mech Druid, Demon Control, the version that's currently in Freeze Mage, and there are some like others here and there. So I've come to the realization that there are, to no surprise, 2 ways that you can hit top legend. Not really any revelations.
Welcome. Boys, make some room by the hearth.
Nice, the lunar. 2 ways. 1, you play a deck that's super good against the meta. 2, you play a deck really, really well. And both of my climbs up were I played a deck super good against the meta. I think there were 3 main opportunities to play a deck that was super good against the meta in the month of February. 1, at the start of the season, everyone was playing Mech Mage. 2 was Hunter was actually an unknown entity until the middle of it. Actually, 3 was there was a moment when everyone was playing Druid, and then you could play Shaman. I took advantage of that one. I didn't take advantage of the everyone playing Freeze Mage. 3 was an unknown new challenger came up, which was the Midrange Hunter, which kind of came and wrecked everyone. And then 4, I suppose, would be the response to the Midrange Hunter. I was mostly absent during that time. Wilro kind of rose to be super strong, somewhere in the middle there. I think those are the main movers and shakers of the month of February. So, March. Though I don't think that this is the best deck to be playing right now. What I do think is that it's a solid place to start. And what I have heard is that a lot of people got high legend by performing well with this deck. And I'm not very adept at this deck yet. However, What I do know is that it seems to be a competitive deck, and I will give it a fair try. I made some adjustments to it. There's always a few changes here and there between lists. This one seems solid. Good time to practice the deck, training wheels while we're climbing the ranks again. Maybe you don't get as stiff of competition and don't feel the pressure. You've got the usual naysayers of, wow, 2 sprint, what a bad choice. Well, every single player in Legend used 2 sprints. Every single player in top 100 Legend. Other than the few who used Gadget Sand. This one's slightly more minion heavy to deal with control decks better. 2 piloted Shredder, that's fun.
Watch your back.
I will be your death.
Why only one Violet teacher? That's a valid question. It turns out some of the high Legend rogue players
Pleasure is
believed that it was stronger to put in Piloted Shredder instead, which stands stronger independently. The Violet teacher has the potential to be immensely powerful, yes. However, sometimes it was just a 4-mana 3/5. So basically, Piloted Shredder has more overall strength, especially when played on turn 4. But Violet Teacher has the potential to be significantly more insane.
This guy's toast.
Pros and cons. It occurs to me that it's better for me to save the weapon here since I plan on playing Azure Drake next turn. Backstab it then anyways. Save a weapon charge.
I see you.
Wow. Well. That's one problem with the plan. What would I replace if I were to add a South Sea deckhand? Likely replacement would be a Shredder, I guess. I know that South Sea deckhand is very popular in this deck. Cove asks, what would you suggest is the best counter to this deck? Warrior control. This one's slightly better against Warrior due to the more minions. Aggro asks, I thought you'd prefer 2 Earthen Ring because Healbot was too slow. What changed? Face Hunter began to be more popular. Also, as this is the start of the season, I anticipate that aggro will be a bit more popular, of which healing more is better. Ultimately though, I am just using decks from people who got rank 1 Legend near the end of the season. They lead, I follow.
We hunger for vengeance. The Brotherhood shall prevail.
Here we go.
My eyes are open.
Okay, good news, bad news. He's almost out of cards. Good news. Really don't want to hit this, but I may be forced to. Unless I want to sap this. It looks like best is 4-6. Now, how about 1, 3? No. What about 2, 4, 7?
Here we go.
It was bad, no matter what. But there was probably a better move. There was probably a best move there. I'm gonna aim to kill him in 2 turns, ideally. Though he probably has the kill on me.
Here we go.
I will be
Well played.
Venkswisha is someone who I believe was a pretty big rogue player last season. Is Edwin essential, or could you replace them with a South Steel? You definitely could. Edwin isn't in all the decks either.
Valera versus Anduin.
The light shall bring victory.
Watch your back.
More questions of a replacement for Edwin. South Sea Deckhand. Demi asks, wouldn't searching for an ideal counter to Oil and Druid be ideal? Yeah, I'd say those two were the two most popular at the end of the last season.
Greetings.
The pleasure is mine.
I've actually got a very good idea on a deck that I want to play against the Rogue and the Druid. Right now I'm not playing the deck I think is strongest, but I want to learn to play this deck proficiently, to have it as an option of decks to play, because I think this deck is quite strong. It's kind of in the, I think it goes 60% against the field range. Would I consider running Harrison to counter Control Warrior, Hunter, or Rogue decks? Well, it depends. Depends strongly on whether or not you think those are out there. In my opinion, I think those are good cards to be made. Good cards to play currently.
This guy's toast.
Here we go.
Don't you think Antique Healbot is slow and quite heavy 5-drop, where another Violet Teacher would be better? It's aiming at different things. The Antique Healbot aims at a very aggressive Face Hunter meta.
That belongs in a museum.
Museum.
Lights out.
Kind of looks like aggro, mid-range, even.
This guy's lights out.
Why did you take out Assassin's Blade? The card is too slow. Has too few matchups where it's actually good.
Hey, lights out.
Hey, catch! Hey, catch!
Hey, lights out.
Here we go.
Claps asks, is Edwin mainly used to pull out swipes, hex, etc.? No, I would say Edwin is there in order to be an efficient minion. Very similar to why Piloted Shredder is in.
Here we go. Here we go.
What about swapping Edwin for Captain Greenskin? Probably too slow. Captain Greenskin saw some play in the very early versions of this deck.
I have no time for games.
But the past is the past. Presumably,
Here
more
we
cutthroat
go.
versions of the deck were developed.
For Doomhammer.
Watch your back.
think I'll keep Azure. Alright.
Powering up. Portals online.
Good ol' Mech Rogue Shaman.
Powering up. Portals online.
There's a question of what would be the ideal starting hand. The answer is it depends based on the matchup. To no one's surprise, I suppose. Or maybe to your surprise, that's the answer.
Here we go.
Against an aggro deck like this, you really want Backstab, Deadly Poison, and Blade Flurry, and Deadly Poison. And keeping the Azure Drake is very wrong.
Something needs tinkering?
Here we go.
They have an Azure Prep Fan coming up, which is pretty good though. Though it doesn't seem like it'll work well here. Maybe.
Here we go.
Three. Backstab's good.
Here we go.
We'll see if he can burn me out. He had a very good start. Mech, Zap, Tank, Tinker. Mine's pretty good too. Double backstab, double prep.
Something needs tinkering?
I don't think I can allow that to hit me once.
Here we go.
I mean, I don't think I can let it hit me twice, rather. What was my favorite meta? Well, my favorite metas tend to be metas that are really strongly represented by one deck, so then I can counter it. So, I was a very big fan of the 75% Druid meta, and then I brought Shaman, and then I was a fan of the meta where no one ran the OP Hunter deck, and then I ran it for a time. Basically, meta is where you can take advantage of stuff. And there will be more opportunities yet to do that. I think we're approaching the end of the innovation part.
Here we go.
And it's time for a new expansion. Maybe news will be released during PAX East. Boy, I really could use a heal. Oh, that's lethal, huh? Yep. Well then. Well played.
Well played.
Let the hunt begin.
Watch your back.
I wonder if I want to keep this hand. It's like the least good hand that I would keep all the cards in. It's got possibilities. Does Face Hunter annoy me at all? No. Why would it? It's just another style of deck.
Hurry Team's trap.
Don't hate the deck. Hate your inability to find a counter.
We hunger for vengeance.
The new meta is annoying on EU. 90% face hunters. Boy, I would love a meta like that.
I'll show them.
Any meta which is strongly skewed in any direction, I would love. Sounds like a dream meta to me.
More soul.
Here
Why
we
wouldn't you like a meta which was highly exploitable?
To my side.
Okay.
Get in there and fight, maggot. Ready to ride.
Ow. The dream is top decking Fan of Knives here. But I won't rely on such luck, I suppose.
Here we go.
Anti-Killbot. Great card against Face Hunter. Of course. Might be worth doing a prep this just to do more damage to him. I think so. Maybe worth throwing the deadly poison on as well. Just kill him. Pretty much.
Here we go.
Kill him, quickly. That'll do.
This guy's
7 mana, deal 2 damage. Good enough.
Well played.
Let's the hunt begin.
Watch your back.
Well played.
Well played.
Thanks.
I'll show
Good
them.
game. I win, right?
I'll show them all.
Well played.
Well,
Thanks.
I'm really surprised I didn't coin Toast, come to think of it there.
I'll show them. I'll show
I guess I really wanted to backstab Toast. It turns out to be super good here.
This guy's toast.
For science! For science!
Well played.
thank you.
If there's 2 types of traps and he didn't face me that much,
Apple on your head.
it seems most likely to be of the snake variety and the freezing variety. Oh, lovely, another backstab. The perfect cards
out.
for the perfect scenarios. That's a little bit of a surprise. It's actually quite a surprise. Could coin SI7 agent, but backstab 4 is probably better. Make the strong flows.
Well played.
Thank you.
What a nice guy. So complimentary.
Here we go.
I will hunt you down.
0, 3. Or 0. 0. Wow, that's pretty good. Oh.
This guy's toast.
Brotherhood shall prevail.
Hail, hail, Ming.
Put this apple on your head.
This poor fool.
Well played.
We have
Well
for
played.
vengeance.
Here we go.
Well fought. I can see. Thanks.
I must protect the one.
Crippet
Watch
Holla.
your back.
Aha, no wild growth for you. Too bad. Aha, no shade of Naxxramas for you. Too bad.
Eyes are open.
Could actually do a coin sharp oil. Oh no, no, no. No. I could, but that would be bad. Basically. This is a tough card to cast, but it's not castable here. It wastes the coin, basically. Let's go with the standard play.
Choose soon. Here we go.
Of course.
It's not obviously the best play. Had to think quite a bit about that one. I'm uncertain.
I must safeguard the land.
Wind sprint. No, I've got too many cards, right? Maybe hit, dagger, deadly, SI. Yeah,
Here
that'll work.
we go.
It's pretty bad against Harrison, but
This guy's toast.
eh. That should probably get sapped. I do not have a sap, do I? Oh, that is a sap. Sprint. No, I need to sap. Sap oil? Or sap Lotheb?
Hey, lights out.
Ugh. Ugh. Facepalm.
go.
Where shall I strike?
Sometimes them's the breaks.
Well played.
Well played.